And many people around the world have questions about COVID-19 vaccines. As the COVID-19 pandemic continues, experts learn more about the virus and virus variants that cause COVID, along with how the vaccines are working in real-world conditions. We now speak to an expert on some of the frequently asked questions on COVID-19 vaccines in the country. Dr. Bassey Okosen-Bassey is the Director, Disease Control and Immunization with the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency. Joins us from our Abuja studio. Welcome, Doctor. Thank you for joining us on the program.
Thank you, Melissa. Good evening, Nigerians.
Good evening. So one of the obvious questions at the beginning used to be, why do I need to wear a mask or avoid close contact if I'm vaccinated?
Well, you know, when you are not covered, you stand a chance of breathing the air as raw as it is. And we know that the air that we're breathing in is also filled with contaminants. The air that blows through the soil picks up the dust, picks up all sorts of things. And then people that are infected cough into the air. And so if we are picking those air raw as it is, we stand chances of picking up pathogens, or in other words, bacteria, viruses, and so on that can cause diseases. So this is why we need to protect. Of course, we know, for instance, the COVID we are talking about, when one is infected with it and is coughing or spitting and things like that, it's contaminated with the virus. And of course, if you cough, it can travel that distance, and if you are close to somebody who is infected and it coughs, the chance of breathing straight and picking the virus is also there. So the need for us to use a mask, and those masks prevent us from breathing the air directly. The air is being filtered, and we have the fresh air being taken into the body, and it's less contaminated.
So, Doctor,
so that's why we need to protect ourselves.
So even with the MPIs, you're saying that the vaccine is safe, but it does not protect against COVID-19, the virus?
No, the vaccine is very protective, very, 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 very safe and protective. What the virus or the vaccine does is this. I'll first liken it to what we see in the children and then bring it to the adult. You know, our children, we give them vaccines against vaccine-preventable diseases. For instance, at 9 months, we give that child measles vaccine. That vaccine prevents that child against the measles virus. So if the child is now meets the real-life virus, the chances of coming down with the disease is not there because that child is protected. For us adults, and as per the discussion at this point now, the COVID-19 virus, once we take the vaccines have, once it's taken, it boosts our immunity. The body develops antibodies that at any point that we are faced with the live wild virus, the antibodies we have developed from the vaccine fight and destroy that virus and not giving it a chance to cause disease in the body. Now, once you take a first dose, from the very first dose, what statistics have shown so far, first dose alone, about 62 to 67% of the adults develop immunity. And then by the time you take a second dose, about 82 to 89% develop full-time protection against it. And with a booster, it takes this to about 94 to 96%. So what it does is, by the time an adult take the vaccine, the immune system is stimulated, antibodies are produced. These antibodies are the ones that fight the real live wild virus anytime the person is exposed to the virus. And somebody that has taken the vaccine is protected. If at all it comes into takes in or is being contaminated, infected with the real live virus, what will happen is that you will see that person most commonly will be asymptomatic. And even if the person did not yet develop full immunity protection to it, if he comes down with the virus or is being infected with the virus, the symptoms will be very mild and not as severe as somebody who has not taken the vaccine. What the NCDC statistics is showing us so far is that for the cases we are seeing commonly, remember today, as also mentioned earlier, confirmed in the lab is about 254,016 persons. And of course, we've lost 3,141 Nigerians to this virus officially. Now, the number of cases we have seen so far, 91% of those cases are reported in people who never took the vaccine. The remaining proportion we are seeing are in people who have taken the vaccine but are yet to complete. But even in them, the cases are mild. So if you take the vaccine, you stand a chance of being protected. And if you come in contact with the real wild virus, you become asymptomatic. And if you're among the full proportion that are yet to develop full immunity, then those are the ones that will see positive with mild symptoms of the COVID, like fever, headache, tiredness. In few days is all over. But if the person did not take the vaccine at all, of course, that is where we have the most severe cases. And as I just mentioned, 91% of the current cases we are seeing are from those who never took the vaccine. That is the situation. The vaccine is very effective, safe, and is free currently.
All right, I have a long list of questions, but it means that you have to come again to dispel some of these myths. We appreciate your time. Thank you so much, Dr. Bassey Ogbose-Bassey is the Director, Disease Control and Immunization with the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency. Thank you for joining us on the program.
Thank you so much, Ms. Zane. Thank you, Nigerians.